This is your YA3825 blast cabinet. Thanks for purchasing it. We just want to give you a setup instructional video. When this machine arrives, it should be on a pallet. It will be wrapped in a plastic bag with a cardboard box over top of it banded to the pallet. Please be sure that if there's any damage to let us know so that we can make sure that you get everything that you deserve and everything you paid for. This is bolted and banded to the skid, so it should be pristine when it comes to your shop. Okay, when the machine arrives, this is the dust collection system. This will be inside, wrapped in bubble wrap. This is the exclusive Snap-on filter that is used inside this dust collection system. We'll touch on that a little bit in a minute, but this is all inside the unit. You'll take that out, unpack it. When you open the barrel, you'll notice that the 3-inch exhaust hose is inside that barrel in the bottom with both of your hose clamps down on the bottom and up on the top. It comes with the elbow exhaust plate, and the bolts are included. Everything that you need for this machine is included and ready to go. So you want to just mount that on there, mount up your dust collection system, and you're ready to go. We'll go through a couple of features here. Let's start at the top. Up here you'll notice that this is a 205 CFM dust collection motor. We use that motor because it moves more air slower. The benefit to you would be that that allows the dust to get sucked out and into your filtering system. The good media will be reused, fall back down into your trough so that it gets reused and you get maximum life out of your media. Again, saves you lots of money. This machine has a small side opening door for smaller parts, as well as the clamshell opening to load larger parts. You just heard that pop. That's our air safety valve so that it can't be used when it's open. Safety feature, we're always trying to protect you. You'll notice the gloves, heavy duty rubber gloves, best in the industry, give you a long, long life. Next you have the YAD100 gun. This is the best gun for sure in the industry. Every single piece and part of this gun is available through your Snap-on franchisee and on your parts breakdown. When you replace the nozzle, you want to replace the air jet and the nozzle at the same time. They're basically replaced in pairs. You'll also notice the 6 steel braces going across and the heavy duty grating. That allows you to load heavy parts and it won't fall through. I could stand on that and I'm certainly not a light guy. You'll also notice the smaller screen down the bottom. That will filter out any larger particles, gasket material, or anything of that type, preventing clogs in the machine or in the use of it. You'll also notice on the 2 sides that you've got air vents here. That's because you need to replace the air that you're sucking, that your dust collection system is taking out. So just be sure that they're clean, blow them out once in a while, just as a maintenance procedure. If you end up with excessive dust as you're blasting your products, be sure to check your filter. It's reusable. You can kind of knock it out, blow it out if you want. If it ends up where it continually gets clogged very quickly, then your franchisee can get you a new one. You're going to notice that this window is kind of foggy, and I did that on purpose because I want to show you that our machine has a peel off. You can just peel that off and your franchisee can get you additional replacement peel offs for that. And now you'll notice that your machine is nice and clean and you can see straight through that glass. Nice large glass so that you can see what you're working on. There's a dual LED light in there and that makes it nice and bright, again, so that it's easy to operate and you can see what you're working on. 2 LED lights up there in the top. We use LEDs because they last a lot longer. Those bulbs I think are rated at like 40,000 hours, so you should never really have to replace those. All right, so let's do a little blasting. We found this in the shop. It's got a good coat of paint on it because it's a barrel, so they usually use a good coat of paint, thick. And then you'll also notice that there's some rust on there, and the writing is permanent marker, and you'll watch how easy that we can just clean this down to bare metal. You'll also notice that I'm doing a little bit of circular motion at a little bit of an angle We find that that's the best way to blast your products clean, most effective. And look how clean that metal comes. Down to bare metal. All you would have to do is just wipe it off and you can refinish this. These things are amazing. And we think you're going to love it. And you hear how quiet that is? If we were using this and the door was open, it would be very, very loud. But as quiet as that is, look how clean that metal comes. She's quiet, but she's mighty. If you're losing the effectiveness of the blast, then you might need to change your media, because what happens is after a period of time that glass will break down and it'll become like powdery. Very simple process. All you have to do is there's a rubber plug on the bottom here. If you pull that out, you'll notice it just pours out like sugar. Very simple, easy plug, and you can put it right back in there. And then all you'll have to do is open back up and fill it back up with about 20 to 25 pounds of media, depending on what you're using. And again, I'm going to stress, be sure not to cover that vent hole that you can see down there on the bottom. That vent hole allows the suction to operate properly. Okay, so I just want to real quick show you the consumable parts of this machine. As you'll see, this is the Snap-On YA3825 gun. Again, the best gun on the market for sure. But as a maintenance procedure, when I had told you originally that you're going to replace the nozzle and the air jet as a pair, that's what these two pieces are, okay? Very simple. You'll take this piece off of your gun. There's Allen screws, and it comes with Allen screws as well, so you got everything that you need. And inside here, you'll see that the nozzle goes in the front, and you want to line this hole up with that hole. You can see it straight through when you're looking. Hard to see on the camera, but you can see it. Line those holes up, and then from the back, you're going to put in your air jet, and that goes in the perfect amount or the perfect distance, and then you have an air jet seal that goes on there, and then you reassemble it onto your gun and just snug up your Allen. You don't need to over tighten it. But basically, they're the only maintenance procedures besides keeping your media nice and clean and fresh. All these pieces and parts are available through your Snap-on representative. You'll notice on your Snap-on blaster that we use gas shocks to open and close the lid. It assists on closing as well as opening, just a safety feature, and it makes it much easier for you to use. And then when you open it, but very easy, and it'll only open to the maximum amount that those shocks allow it.